He was caught, on camera, holding the knife, standing over the body. So how did he walk free? The courtroom was silent, the kind of silence that feels heavy, like something terrible is about to happen. A ceiling fan spun slowly above, slicing the hot afternoon air into lazy circles. Outside, the city roared with life. But inside, courtroom number 3, time had stopped. Everyone already believed the same thing. He's guilty. The man sitting at the defendant's table didn't even try to look up anymore. His hands trembled slightly, resting on the cold wooden surface. Sweat rolled down his temple despite the still air. His name was Juma Mwangi, and today he was supposed to be sentenced. Life imprisonment, maybe worse. At the far end of the room, the judge adjusted his glasses, flipping through pages filled with evidence, photos, witness statements, forensic reports. Every single piece pointed to one conclusion: guilty. Then suddenly, the courtroom door creaked open. Every head turned, footsteps echoed, slow, confident, unshaken. A man in a dark suit walked in like he didn't belong to the tension in the room, like he controlled it. Whispers spread instantly. "Is that him? No way. Quito is here." Lawyer Quito, the man who had never lost a case. Quito wasn't loud. He didn't rush. He didn't even look at the crowd. But there was something about him. Something dangerous. Not the kind of danger you see in criminals, but the kind that changes outcomes. He placed his briefcase gently on the table, sat down, and for the first time, looked at Juma. Their eyes met. Juma saw something he hadn't felt in days. Hope. "Do you trust me?" Quito asked quietly. Juma swallowed hard. I don't know if I even trust myself anymore." Quito leaned slightly closer. "Good," he said calmly, "because from now on, you only need to trust me." The prosecutor stood up with confidence. He didn't even hide his smile. "Your Honor, this case is straightforward." He walked across the courtroom, holding up a file. "We have video evidence placing the defendant at the crime scene. We have 3 eyewitnesses. We have stolen items recovered near him." He paused, letting the weight of it sink in. "This is not a mystery. This is not complicated." He pointed directly at Juma. "This man is guilty." The courtroom murmured in agreement. All eyes turned to Quito. Would he argue? Would he deny it? Quito slowly stood up, adjusted his sleeve, and smiled. "Your Honor," Quito began softly, almost too calm for the situation, "I agree with the prosecution." The entire courtroom froze. Juma's heart dropped. Even the judge leaned forward slightly. Quito continued, "Yes, there is video. Yes, there are witnesses. Yes, there are items found nearby." He paused, then his voice sharpened just slightly. "But none of that answers one simple question." He turned slowly, making eye contact with the judge. "Are we certain?" Silence. Not the same silence as before. This one was different. Quito walked toward the screen displaying the footage. The video played. A blurry figure appeared near the crime scene. "Pause it," Quito said. The image froze. "Tell me," he said, turning to the courtroom, "can you see his face clearly?" No one answered. "Can you confirm beyond all doubt that this is Juma?" Still silence. He nodded slowly. "Interesting." The first witness took the stand, confident, sure. "I saw him," the witness said. "That's the man." Quito approached gently. "You're certain?" "Yes." "It was night, correct?" "Yes." Lighting conditions? Not very bright. And you saw him for how long? A few seconds. Quito nodded thoughtfully, then leaned in just enough to make the moment feel heavy. A few seconds, in poor lighting, from a distance. He stepped back. And yet you are absolutely certain? The witness hesitated. Just for a second, but that second changed everything. Something invisible began to move through the courtroom. Not proof, not facts, doubt. The prosecutor noticed it too. His confidence started to crack. Quito didn't attack aggressively. He didn't shout. He didn't rush. He simply guided the room, like a man leading people through darkness, showing them just enough to question what they thought they saw. In a world where truth and perception collide, the real question isn't what happened. It's what can be proven. Would you have made the same decision? Was justice served or manipulated? Subscribe for more stories like this. This wasn't about whether Juma did it. This was about something deeper. Control of the story, the emotions, the perception. Quito knew something most people didn't. People don't decide based on facts alone. They decide based on what feels certain. And he was slowly, carefully removing that certainty. The courtroom was no longer confident. It was divided, uncertain, restless. Quito stood for the final time. No notes, no papers, just presence. "We are not here to prove perfection," he said calmly. "We are here to decide, if there is no doubt." He walked slowly, letting every step echo. "If there is even the smallest uncertainty, then justice demands one thing." He looked directly at the judge. Freedom. This wasn't about whether Juma did it. This was about something deeper. Control of the story, the emotions, the perception. Quito knew something most people didn't. People don't decide based on facts alone. They decide based on what feels certain. And he was slowly, carefully removing that certainty.